Yo, what is going on, guys? Here, my name is Exposerman, and today I got for you a Clash of Clans army strategy. What we got for you guys today is the Giants Healers combo, or the Giants Barbarians and Archers combo. So basically, it's a combination between those two. This is a high-level raid strategy, so I'd say about Town Hall level 8, more preferably Town Hall level 9 and up, but you can do this at Town Hall level 8 as well. This is going to be a one that utilizes its Archer Queens and Barbarian Kings very well, or just its Barbarian King if that's all you want to use. So recently I was getting raided by a heck of a ton of loot, and I realized it was to these raids only, which were your Giants and your Archer and Barbarian combo, also with some Wizards mixed in there. This one's actually the best one in my opinion, but this one's good as well. We're going to show you those two raids and why they got through this maxed out Town Hall level 8. Aside from the one mortar, I know I got to get that done with. But this is a no pushover base. It's not that hard to get through. It's not that easy to get through. I know some of you are going to agree with that statement. It's not that hard to get through. But it's not an easy base to get through, and it kind of shocked me, and I was wondering how they did it. I found out how they did it with these two strategies, and I'd like to showcase them with you. So one thing we're going to do first is showcase you the two army compositions, what you're going to want to put in your barracks, and how to use them. So we're going to be starting off with the Giants Healers. I like to personally use about 12 Giants, so we're going to cook up 3 in each of the categories right here. So just cook up 3 real quick. And then we're just going to cook up 2 healers up along with that. This is, remember, this is the Giants Healer strategy, so we're not using anything in particular. So next, what we're going to want to do is cook up about 3 on each, so 6 wall breakers. So there you go, they're at an even 100. And then what I like to do to end everything off is I like to use about somewhere on the lines of about 30 barbarians and about 70 archers, something on the lines. You guys can change the numbers right there. I'll explain my reasoning for that in 1 second close. So that's how I put them up in the barracks. I do tend to choose them all different ways. They both end out to being around 25 minutes long to queue up. So as you can see, these ones right here, this one actually right here, well, that's kind of weird. Oh, that's why it's 25, not 35. Okay, there we go. As you can see, 25 minutes, and then you got about 26 minutes right there. So it takes about 26 minutes in total to go ahead and queue up this army. That's the Giants Healer strategy. Now what we're going to be doing is taking out these healers actually. So if you guys don't like using healers, what we got for you now is something a little different. We're going to actually replace all those healers with wizards. So I'm going to go ahead and put 3 wizards right here, and not right there, 3 wizards right here, and then just put a wizard right, not there. And then we're going to put a wizard right there. And usually I like to get about 6 or 7 of these wizards in, so adjust accordingly. I'll take out some barbarians, and then I'll take out some archers too, because these barbarians are alright. I think that's how many? That's 6 right there, so I get about 8 in. I'll just put one right there. So that one takes about 35 minutes to make, and that's just if you don't personally want to use those healers right there. You can replace them with wizards very easily. Now I'm going to show you 2 raids that are against me right here, and then I'll show you some bases that you could want to go for and then you should not want to go for. So we'll go ahead and search that after. So here's the Giants Healer strategy, and I'll show you what they did good and what they did bad on this raid right here. That didn't give them the 3-star, because I think they could have 3-starred my base. I know I'm swallowing my pride here, but it's alright. So what he did first was he didn't deploy his wall breakers very good. What he did wrong was he deployed those wall breakers first, and then he deployed his giants. What you're going to want to do is you're going to deploy pretty much all your giants at once. Let them start taking the heat, then start and go ahead and get those wall breakers in there to get through the base. And then after that, what you're going to want to do is send in your barbarians. Don't send in all of them like this guy did right here. He did that pretty wrong in my opinion. I think you should just put in a few of them, get rid of them. Get rid of all the outlying bases so none of the troops get distracted. As you can see, these troops down here are getting distracted. So what I would have done is I would have placed about 10 or 20 of these barbarians down and then just let them all start flowing through the core of the base. So these giants or these barbarians would probably be right here, up here in this core of the base. These barbarians would have been taking hits, causing one, these giants not to get hit, and two, it would have just been more effective on destroying the base than I would have sent in those archers right after it. As you can see, he placed the heal spells really effectively. He saw that he was able to get rid of those those air defenses, and then he was able to go in and heal for the little bit of time he had. So the key effectiveness of using this strategy is, one, you're going to want to go ahead and place those healers when you get about 2 air defenses down, and you should be solid. They won't be able to heal the whole time of the raid, but they should be able to heal about a majority of it. So he was able to get quite a bit of loot right there. I'm going to speed this up at the end. He was able to get about 300,000. He could have probably got it all, but he did a little mistake here and there. So that's a good strategy right there. It definitely relies a lot on the Barbarian King and the Archer Queen. If you can use them right, he could have got a 3-star if he would have done that. Now we're going to go ahead and go into this guy who almost got 400,000. He got 85% of my base. So here he is right here. He's using the wizard combo right here. So let's go ahead and get him in right here. What he does, which is a little bit differently, but this is actually very effective as well, is he uses the archers to his effectiveness. So he uses the archers to go ahead and take out some outlying things right here, you know, those barracks, those gold mines, things like that. And he's picking off these gold mines, these gold elixir pumps with his archers right here. He's going to get them down here, and then I'll probably try to get these ones right here as well. So he gets all those pumps out of the way, gets a lot of loot already, and then what he's going to go ahead and do is he's going to find a location where he feels is best to place his giants. So let's go and see what he has to do right here. I think he's going to go ahead and place them down effectively. Once he gets all of his collectors down, then he's going to place them all pretty much at once. He uses a bait decoy one to see if there's enough for a trap right there, and then I think he's going to go ahead and place them right about now. Here we go. So he places them all in as a meat stick, and then he's going to go ahead and use them effectively. He hasn't used any of his spells yet. He starts off by using his ability, and then once he starts seeing that the giants are slowly losing their health, he goes ahead and places his heal spell very effectively. So this is a really effective raid. This guy's using a lot of good stuff right now. He got a lot of loot already, but he's starting to get to the core of the base, and then he sends in his wizards. Now he kind of misplaced his wizards because they're kind of going around the base. You want them to kind of go in. As you can see right over there where he placed that heal spell, that's probably where he wanted to put them. And he's about to drop his last few right about here. I think he's about to drop them. Should be. We'll speed it up till he drops them. So and they just go around, and he just kind of slowly puts them through the base, and they get here things here and there. So that's pretty much the raid right there. As you can see, they go around and get the last few storages and are able to get a few more things. So it all depends on what you want to use. Do you want to use wizards, or do you want to have that healing power of the healers? Personally, I like to use wizards along with mine. I know they take about 10 minutes more, but if you're using this strategy, 10 minutes more doesn't mean too much because you're probably going to be using it in between raids. The heal spell, the personal spell creation I like to use is I like to use 1 or 2 heal spells because healing is a lot. Depending on which one, I'll use 1 heal spell. If it's if I'm using healers, I'll use 2 if I'm not. And that's pretty much it right there. We're going to go ahead and go through some bases we want to use and then we don't want to do. I'm not going to raid myself because I don't think it'll turn out very good, guys. I wanted to show you the last one, but I wanted to show you some examples. We'll show you the ones you do want to raid and ones you don't want to raid. So we'll keep going, and we'll show you real quick. So I'll be back with one you don't want to raid. Alright guys, so this is a base that you probably wouldn't want to raid. As you can see, these air defenses are pretty centralized. If you go ahead and a giant gets to one of those, if they get to one of them, the other one's going to be there for attacking. So you can't really place your healers. You're going to have to take out pretty much either 2 of them or all 3 of them. They're pretty much all in the radius of each other. So it's really hard to get to. So these are the kind of bases you don't want to look for. So let's go ahead and get into the bases you do want to look. Alright guys, right here. So here's one that you could raid if you had the wizard strategy. The wizard strategy is a little more versatile. What it can do is it can go ahead and pick off some mines as well. So if you put a lot of archers in, what you could do is you could pick off these mines right here. And what would be so good about them is once you pick them off, you can just use only the archers and then you'll still have your other things queued up. Alright guys, so this is a base right here that you could raid. It's really easy to raid actually in my opinion. for higher level guys. So if you're Town Hall 9, you could definitely take this base out. If you're Town Hall 8, you probably could, but it'd be just a little more difficult. As you can see, these air defenses are spread out entirely too much. As you can see, they're really highly spread out, so it's very easy to pick off each of these two right here real quick. I'd actually go down at the bottom right here, right to this one right here, and then I could really use some healer combo action right there, and this base could absolutely get wrecked by it, and it's pretty easy. I bet I could get a 3-star on this if I had maxed out troops. So this is the other kind of bases you can look for, ones with really spread out air defenses. That's for the healer strategy, and then for the wizard one, you can use most bases. This is another raid in which you can do pretty good on. You just go ahead, go to the bottom one. You can go from any side because it's pretty symmetrical base. I'd probably go for the bottom because the town hall's there already, as you can see right there. Just take out one air defense, and then you could go ahead and put your healers in, and they do some work, and then you could go ahead and even though there's a lot of high level defenses right here, it'd be very easy to go ahead and get in and get to the core of the base. So your main goal is going for the core of the base. It's pretty easy to get to, and yeah, so I mean, you could get some work done before your healers go ahead and die. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I wanted to show you just an army compilation, some good raids, some bad raids, some bases you want to look for, some bases you don't want to look for. If you have any more questions about it, please go ahead and put in the comment section below. I'd be happy to reply. If you have any alterations, maybe personalized things that you believe will be effective in this, maybe your own set of numbers that are very effective in raiding or certain raid strategies, go ahead and put in the comment section below. That's basically it. If you have any new kind of cool Clash of Clans things, tweet at me at Exposerman, and that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching guys. I'll see you next time, and later.